Okay, this video is going to be about how you go about putting color and screen boxes into your different layouts. So I already showed you how to make a text box in the last one. So this is a project from a few years ago. I'm just going to show you how they did a screened box with color. So here's the box, and they went over here to this one and they filled it with the color. So if you click on it, and they did the same thing with the text. You can choose the color of the text. You can choose the way of the text. So, but I'm going to just go to the arrow up here. I'm going to click on the box. Once I'm in the box, I then know I can click on the background of the box. And then all my colors will come up. And let's say I want to change it to red. I click OK. Now I have a red box. So what you want to do is make sure that your color's not so dark that you can't see the type. Okay, so you might want to have to screen it. So let me go back to the box, and I can show you screening. So to get to that screen section, you go to Window, and then you want to check the box properties because that's going to show you your box. You could also check Object and Layout. Stroke is your stroke type. So all of these things will help. So here's our fill. So I'm just going to click on the fill of this box. I'm going to click on the box, click on the fill. Here's the color. Okay, there it is. Now I can change the percentage right here of the color. I can make it like 30%. And it should lighten it. Oops. So again, I'm going to click the box. I go to the fill. And then here's the tint. Sorry, that's a better way to do it. And I'm going to change it to 30%. It won't let me. Okay, the color's okay. But I want to change the tint. Okay, for some reason it is not letting me do that. So I just changed the color to hot pink. Now I can see the tint. And I want to change the tint to 30. So it's light enough for the type to read over top of it. And enter. Click OK. And there's my tint. So that was kind of hard to see, but it's really not that hard. So what you want to do with your text box, actually, so what you can do, they have this colored as, for the box, they colored the whole box. What you could do instead is have your text, and you can draw a box around it. So I can show you how to do that. So I'm going to undo the color here. And at the fill, I'm going to put none, and now it's a white box. Okay, but that's my text box. So let's say I want to have another box just to make sure I get a headline in there too. So because you'll notice this is here, but I could actually do this entire thing in one box. I'm going to show you how to do that. So I click on the arrow key. I'm going to actually, I want to do a rectangle frame tool maybe, or just draw a box object around this. Now my box is completely around the text box. And now I can go in and change the color, make it pink, okay. But the problem is now my font has disappeared. So what you want to do is you go up to Object, Select, and you want to put Burst Object above. Wait a minute, Object, Arrange, I'm sorry, send to back. So I'm going to send the text box to the back. So now here's this all about prom thing. I'm going to go back over. I'm going to click on the arrow. I want to go to that box. I want this whole thing to be one unit. So I'm going to change it up. I'm going to make a box to see I have this nice drawing here. That's kind of the problem because they have things overlaid. But if I went again, if I wanted to change the color, change it to pink. Okay. Go to my fill. If I want to change the tint, to none, and I go back to pink. Make it 30. So that's what you call a screen. Enter. That's like a screen box. All right, putting pictures in is a whole nother issue. So this picture here, and they even put a border around it. This person got really complicated. But let's just say I want to put in any picture. We're going to do something called scaling. So to put in a picture, we're going to go to Edit. You can do Paste, but that's not really the best way. The best way is really to go to File. We're going to place a photo. So now I have to find a photo. So I'm going to look at my pictures and just find a photo. Here's all right, my swim captains. I'm just going to place that photo. And there it is. So it's in my cursor. Once I click on it, it will place it, and it's really, really big. So what I want to do is you're going to go to Object. We want to scale it. We're going to go to Transform. We're going to scale this. We don't want it at 100%. Let's make it, let's say, 30% of the size. So we click 30, okay, and it shrinks down. And what you can, this way, you don't get like a cone head or somebody really stretched out. That is the best way to put a picture. So again, you're going to go to File, you go to Place, your picture can be saved to your number, and then you'll scale it. So it's File, Place, I'll pick another one, Open, oops, Edit, Undo, Replace, because I was in that photo. So here's that photo. I'm going to place it. It's way too big. I go to Object, Transform, Scale. We'll do 30%. Still really big. Object, Transform, Scale. Let's make it another 30%. And there it is. Now it's small enough to fit. Boom. And then the other thing you might want to do, go to Object. You got to click on the arrow. Once you're here, click on the object. And you might want to do fitting around the text box, fit frame to content. So I might want to do something to this frame. I click on it. Here's the text wrap buttons. I can like wrap the frames around it. You can also do something in the actual picture itself. You can like move just the border here, and then you can have that wrapped. So it will wrap around the border. Once I can get it to work right. And that's pretty much it for playing around with things. So if you have any other questions, you can see me. We can also play around with the color of type, which I think my layout just froze. It does it that sometimes, so I'll put that in another lesson.